Hey everyone, I'm Rob.
And I'm Josh from the Average at Best YouTube channel, and today we just wanted to give you an update on the banned bowling balls list that the USBC put out just about 2 days ago.
So the PBA commissioner Tom Clark has actually made a post talking about how this ban on the bowling balls will affect the PBA. And basically, you can see that the USBC announced that it will prohibit the following six bowling balls from USBC national events. This includes the Masters. However, the USBC has said that the equipment remains permitted for use. It remains USBC certified. So I
hmm
I don't know how they can do that. They can ban it from national tournament, but it's not banned altogether.
Yeah, I mean, the thing that bothers me is like if it's illegal, then make it illegal everywhere instead of just doing this national thing, because it really just kind of creates a lot of confusion because for national play and tournament play, like in leagues and whatnot, it's not really that much different per se because they're both USBC certified. It's just that leagues are a little bit less, you know, crazy in the terms of an actual tournament play.
Yeah, and I feel like if you're banning these balls from national tournaments, you're insinuating that these balls give players a competitive advantage.
Right.
So if you are only banning it from the national tournaments, then it would assume that people in leagues or in like regional tournaments and stuff like that have an advantage by using this equipment, right?
Exactly. So if they have an advantage in a national tournament, then wouldn't they also have an advantage in a league? It's like you can't really do one and then not do the other, in my opinion, and it just
Mm.
seems kind of out of whack, in my opinion.
Yeah, the main breaking news here is that all six of these bowling balls will remain allowed in PBA competition throughout the remainder of 2022. Now, there's not really any. I don't think there's any titles after the USBC Masters. This is the last PBA title. However, there's a bunch of regionals, so you can use these bowling balls in those regionals, right?
Exactly.
And I think this right here is um, honestly really eye opening. The PBA has no data or indication that these USBC certified bowling balls would fail the field tests, which is really confusing. Like, so the USBC has banned those balls from the national tournament use,
Exactly.
but the PBA has not been given any data that these balls would fail tests. So
It's kind of like
like
what's like the real truth here? It's like obviously there's a reason why the USBC banned those bowling balls altogether,
mm,
and to say that the PBA has no data or indication that they would fail field tests, it's like then what's the real truth here? Because there's a reason that the USBC actually banned those balls.
mm.
It can't be that the PBA was just not given any information. It's like they should have been given the information as to why the balls were banned in the first place.
Yeah, I just this whole thing is just covered by smoke and mirrors. We have no idea like the whole truth behind everything because
Yeah,
again, why would you ban balls at a national level and not ban them altogether? Because that would insinuate those bowling balls give you a competitive advantage, and then the PBA comes out and says that they have no indication that these balls are illegal. So
yeah,
this is all just really confusing. Now, the USBC Masters is a PBA event. However, it is run by the USBC, so these balls will remain banned for the remainder of the Masters tournaments.
right.
But all other PBA tournaments, so like what we have, the PBA playoffs coming up, the PBA Tour Finals, the PBA 50, and the PBA Regionals, you're allowed to use these bowling balls. And so far, in league play, you should be allowed to use those bowling balls too, unless your league president decides to adapt the national rule, which I don't think a lot of leagues will, just local leagues, unless it's like some sort of big time like adult like travel league,
Yeah, part of me feels like that they would not, based on the fact of um how popular these balls are and
Mm,
how a lot of people, a lot of players in their leagues might actually be using these. And if they were not allowed to use them, then that may decline like the attendance at the leagues or something like that for a small period of time. So they might just say like, "Hey, just go ahead and use them." So I feel like in most leagues, the directors of the leagues will just say, "Fine, go ahead and use them."
Yeah, and one thing that this does affect is junior gold, because junior gold is ran by the USBC. So
Yeah.
all of these kids who are not necessarily working on a high budget, right? You know, what I
Yeah.
mean, they're kids. Now they have to exchange their bowling balls because they can't throw balls that they got for their birthday or for Christmas. You know, what I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like we need some more answers, because this is genuinely going to hurt the integrity of the sport if we don't at least get some more information as to why this happened.
Not just the integrity of the sport, but integrity of like one of the biggest companies in the sport as well. I mean, Storm is literally like a household name everywhere when it comes to bowling. And for them to have now 6 new balls banned, which are like some of the most popular balls that they've put out, it's like it's really going to hurt their brand in specific, because now you're like, well, can we trust any bowling ball that they put out now?
Yeah, I mean, especially how rapidly this has come. The Storm Spectre just about a month ago, and then
Mm-hmm.
suddenly these six now. It really makes
Yeah.
you wonder: is there something going on quality control wise with Storm that they really dropped the bag on, or is something going on with their materials where their balls are fine right off the shelf, they meet the hardness requirement, but during use suddenly they deteriorate rapidly and they don't meet that hardness requirement.
Yeah.
And again, this hardness rule is also pretty like up in the air. About 90% of all of the normal bowlers don't understand really what this rule is or how it affects a bowling ball. And there's not that much data to say that it really gives you a competitive advantage.
Right. I mean, there's the argument that it takes off more oil off the lane if it's the softer it is. But of course, there's not an extensive amount of research, an extensive amount of like detail into what actually happens as these softer bowling balls go down the lanes. So personally, I think it's got to be something to do with their manufacturing. Either, I don't want to throw out conspiracies here, but it's either like their manufacturing is all out of whack, or their like materials that they're using is a little bit, on the lower quality side or something like that. Or somebody at Storm knew this and just swept it under the rug until it became a problem. I don't want to throw out conspiracies, but those are like the two situations that make the most sense in my head basically right now.
Yeah, and I hope that we get some more information as well. I'm happy that Commissioner Tom Clark has actually spoken out about this, and I'm really surprised that they did this during the Masters too. I mean, if you're gonna ban the balls, maybe ban it after the Masters, because again, you're insinuating that people that use these bowling balls had a competitive advantage, and
Yeah.
you're basically admitting they had that advantage for one whole qualifying round before you banned it.
Yeah.
And this also goes for like the USBC Nationals, the national tournament. I mean, I think
Exactly.
Chris Barnes was leading it, and I know he threw probably the Wolverine and the Altered Reality quite a bit. And that insinuates that he led the tournament with illegal equipment, and those scores now count, and you're banning the ball during these tournaments, like while these tournaments are going on. It doesn't make sense. Why would you do it while these tournaments are going on?
Yeah, the thing is though, like, I feel as though it's a good idea to just ban them as soon as you find out, because I know that if we waited until after the Masters, if there was the winner of the Masters that would come out, and suddenly it came that they like used one of these balls, and then they suddenly immediately banned these balls after tournament play in the Masters, then people are going to be like, oh, he only won because he was using this illegal ball,
Yeah.
basically. So I don't exactly disagree with them banning it halfway through the tournament. Is it bad timing?
Yeah, it's
Yes,
really bad
it is
timing.
very bad timing. Yeah, but I feel like doing it now than doing it after the tournament is probably a better idea because of the fact that, then the integrity of the entire event would have been, you know, would have been
in question.
Yeah, exactly.
In question, yeah. So, well, that's about all we have right now. Like I said, hopefully we get some more information, and if we do, then we're gonna make sure to keep you guys up to date. As this is a again a very cloudy situation, so any new info that comes out will be very interesting to read into. So,
yeah, and we'll definitely keep you guys updated. We'll keep pumping out these videos. We want to also thank you guys for 100 subscribers. We
100.
blew past that just last night whenever we uploaded that USBC bowling ban video. So yeah, so that's really exciting for us. So if you guys want to join the channel and make sure to get all the updates from us, go ahead and subscribe down below. And yeah, we're gonna do the road to 1,000 now.
yeah, we're already on our way. Hopefully we can keep making the videos and you guys can keep on watching. So
yeah.
All right. Well, that's all we got.
Yep. So I guess we'll see you guys later.
Yeah.
Peace
out.